and I think you're in a server as well, so I think you and me should be having pretty much the same, you know, access to the Go TV, and we do have, like, it looks like it's going to be live here. Can you tell me what you know about Miraculous Hawks? Because this is the first time I'm actually watching them play, and they're a team from Hong Kong.
Yeah, it's a half Hong Kong and half Macau team actually, and they are quite new to the scene. Like, they only came in CS:GO. They don't have much 1.6 or CS:GO's background.
All right.
But what I know about them is that they have good skill, but they're not stable. But they can surprise teams.
All right, and they did defeat Last Jigsaw Puzzle recently, if I'm not mistaken.
LJP. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So. And yeah, let's see what they can do. And
Insidious Gaming, they are a pretty well-known organization in Singapore, at least for their, I think the League of Legends and the Dota team, if I'm not mistaken. And they do have a pretty decent, pretty impressive, you know, record right now in ESEA Open. I think just 9 wins and 3 losses, if I'm not mistaken. And
yep, they're definitely a top 2 team in Singapore.
Perfect. And Singapore seems to be stacked with good teams, because I've seen, obviously we have Bovines, then we got BF-NOD, who's actually, even though they're a very young team, they have been showing a lot of potential. Then we got Insidious Gaming as well. So great to see a lot of, you know, high level of competition.
Yeah, especially with ESEA. Like, that's when the Singapore scene really exploded, when ESEA came. Then, yeah,
and
it's a good find.
And right now we do have it's a 1v1. It's been a very long knife round here. And it's going to be Raisin against Benkai, the last 2 men left standing, and it's going to be MH who takes a knife round, and I'm assuming that they are going to go with a pistol round here. Sorry, with the CT side, I'm sorry. And there we go. I'm just going to read out the names here. I really haven't had a chance to look at these 2 teams earlier. So for MH Miraculous Hawks, the team from Macau and from Hong Kong, we've got Raisin, Zexo, Zeal, Angie, and Ain. And for Insidious Singapore, we got Benkai, Dom, Deja Vu, Zessel, and Splash. So, and there we go. Pistol rounds live here. And Master, are you there? Can you? You see
pretty nice setup. Yeah. So yeah.
And it looks like, by the looks of it, looks like it's going to be a fake coming out from Insidious, because they got a C4 lurking there in Palace. Here we go, the push coming out, but it's going to be Raisin who gets the first frag. Angie gets a frag on ZHS, Jet SL as well. And the C4 hasn't pushed out yet, and looks like this fake's not quite working out for ISG as they're getting shut down ruthlessly in B side. It's the last man standing. There's going to be Benkai, and he's all alone here with the C4, so not quite working out for Insidious, that pistol round. It was a nice attempt.
Shot round coming in by MH. That was a nice attempt, but just got shut down.
Complete shutdown coming in B side, and Benkai all alone with the Glock reactor of his. But 1v5, and he's gonna get spotted out here, and Zeal takes him down. Nice headshot coming out from him, and that's a flawless round from MH. Pretty well played.
Easy. I wasn't surprised about the round also.
And interesting. Okay, since you've been an IGL like for you know, for Inch King and all, and you've been playing for so long, what do you feel about the pistols, especially right now? The Tech 9, the Tech 9 armor buy is you know, something extremely powerful.
Yeah, Tech 9 OP as always, but I wanted to relate to actually like the importance of pistol rounds. Like, some teams take pistols very lightly and rush. Like, one has to take it very slow these days. Like, play very default setup, do fakes. Like, pistols are special.
But I do agree with you, but I feel like, for example, I think the mentality is such that nowadays teams know that even if you lose a pistol round, you got the 5.7s or the Tech 9s to fall back on. So they kind of take it a little lightly. Unlike in 1.6, if you lost a pistol round, that was it. You're going to lose at least 2 rounds the following 2 rounds as well.
Yeah, the next 2, like 95% guaranteed. Like, that 95% has become like 60%, I'd say, these days. Maybe 65.
Indeed, because of the Tech 9s, and like lots of people have been discussing on the board, on, you know, forums and Reddit, etc. That, you know, that Tech 9 is going to get nerfed after Katowice, and what?
Yeah, it'll definitely make the game more balanced. That is so.
And meantime, that pistol armor buy from ISG getting shut down. And here we go. Once again, they're going for this really aggressive YOLO rush, and they're getting shut down there at A side. Ain with the USP doing great work, getting 2 quick kills, and here we go. The first buy round coming out for Insidious. And what do you feel on Mirage? Like most people say, the CD-sided map, but do you really feel it's something which it's a map which could go either way depending on how the team set up?
Yeah, I definitely feel it's a map that can go either way. Like I'd say Mirage is quite balanced. Like if not 55-45 in a way.
Something like, let's say, Cash, for example.
Yeah, like a little bit less than Cash, I'd say. A little bit more than Cash, I'd say. And I think Cash is a little more CD-sided then.
Indeed, and here we go, Zeal. He's got his hands on the AWP, missing his first shot, and ISG, they do have mid control, and they haven't really decided though. The smokes, they do have just one more smoke remaining, and that's on Zessel.
It's a very default setup.
Very default setup. It looks like it's going to be the B play, the B split play, where we do have Angie right there in the ladder room. In some places they call it a whorehouse. I don't know why. But Benkai opening things up, takes down ZXO, and fair trade so far. 3v3 situation, and Zeal all alone still in A side here. And make that a 2v3 situation. Zane gets a frag on Splash. And it is a 2v3 situation. The C4 is working its way towards B, and Benkai, nice shot at the Raisin. Bankai or Benkai, I don't know where he got his name, but here we go. The bomb should go down, the retake coming in. Ain gets a shot on Benkai, and now it's all down to Dom. A 1v2 situation. Doable, a nice shot coming out from Dom.
Wow.
Great headshot, a bad flashbang though, and Ain knows exactly where he is. But as long as Dom holds his angle, Ain not panicking, slowly walking up, but Dom takes his head off. Great clutch coming in from Dom, and winning the first buy round, but they did lose a lot of men in the process, so I'm not sure. They will have AKs, but
it was an important round to win for them. It really sets the momentum for ISG to get that first buy round.
And indeed, and just like that, even though Miraculous Hawks, they do have 3 wins on board, they are gonna have to just play with 5.7s this round. But 5.7, a really powerful pistol if you know how to hold your angles. And
definitely.
And here we go. The bomb is near T-spawn, and ISG, they're playing this very, very, very passively. And Miraculous Hawks, I don't know why they're rotating, but we do have. Okay, I thought I saw the B guys rotating over to A.
It's like we have 3 guys in A and Insidious coming into A. This might be a slaughter for Insidious.
Especially against those 5.7s. Two guys in the palace.
The 5.7s.
Benkai gets one splash KO. Not able to do any damage at all, the MH guys, but now Angie pushing into CD spawn, not able to take down Benkai's. Benkai picks up a triple kill that round, but MH should be pretty okay with that, and Raisin getting spammed through that wooden panel, let's say. And this should be going, yep, and he gets taken up a splash K, and it's going to be a flawless anti-eco round coming in from Insidious. 3-2 here, and
yeah, I like how they're entering sites together as a team.
And that was, they really didn't use any smokes. They just peeked in like 2-3 people at a time, and the CDs had no opportunity to really react to that. But now the buy round coming out, and let's see what MH do here. They've been looking very, very good in the first 3 rounds, ever since. But it was of course against the ISG who were in eco. So now it was a real challenge for the Hong Kong / Macau team, and if they can bring this back, but. Splash K at mid all alone. Yeah. But it's going to be an A play coming out here, and we do have Zeal and I think Ain inside A, and it's going to be Angie opening things up, taking out Splash K at mid, and now the A play going to be coming in as Ain is going to be seeing some action really soon. Here we go. The smoke's raining in. Ain has been completely smoked out here near CD spawn. He's going to throw in the molly though. The nade comes in as well. but not able to do much damage. Zettersel gets taken down by Ain. Ain shooting through this small gap in the smoke there. Ain gets another frag. Great play coming out from him. But Benkai replies back with a quick frag on his Zeal. A 4v2 situation. Benkai equalizes things up. It's still 3v2, and Benkai has been playing so great so far. Another great shot.
Benkai again.
This guy is really playing good, and he's already on.
He's the one to watch out for in ISG, I'd say, definitely.
And he's got to.
Let's see if he can clutch this 1v2.
And he's got to get the ace. He's got to get the ace if he wants to win this round for his team, and it is possible though. The bomb is with him.
3 down, 2 to go. Keep eyes on the 2.
Just turns around. There was a
attempt from Benkai.
I really like what he did there. I don't know if you noticed there. He just threw the nade to kind of mask the sound of him running in. I'm not very sure, because he kind of just jumped in along with the nade.
Yeah, definitely a two-way sort of thing.
And but Miraculous Hawks, they do hold on. They lost a lot of. The money is still not in a great situation. Now we do have an op coming out on Insidious, and that's going to be the Splash K. And he should be trying to shut down the mid side, where he is not going to see any CT peeking out. So what do you say about this? Like, you see so many teams, especially Mirage, like they tend to kind of give up mid control. They don't really bother taking mid, and they just hold the sides, you know, just hold the sides.
Yeah, because it's easier for CTs to hold the side with a crossfire instead of peeking, you know, and getting picked, because it's hard for T's to enter the side like when 3 people are holding a crossfire.
Indeed, but don't you feel like sometimes when the T's when they make this play, like you know, when the T's get mid control, don't you feel that they could easily, you know, try a fake? They could go either side.
They can make more plays. Exactly, and that's why some teams just decide to constantly push. Like, I'm sure you've been seeing, like, teams are pushing like 8 out of 15 rounds, like on the CT side.
The aggressive play, which is quite unique. It's quite unique to CS:GO, and now it's gonna be Splash K.
Splash K with a quick double. Wow.
The bomb is gonna go down, but Ain running up. He played great the previous round, but it's a 1v2 situation here. Splash K spots the man, and he knows he's there. And what can Ain do though? Waste his flashbang as it doesn't pop out where he was expecting it to pop, and the bomb's ticking away. And Splash K waiting there for him to walk into his crosshair. Nice triple coming out from the man, and it is going to be 4-3 here for Insidious. What score would you be happy with if you were on the T side? If you were Insidious right now?
If I was on the T, I was Insidious. I'd be like 9-6, 7-8.
Obviously, but looking at, like, you know, the minimum, like, number of rounds you'd look at on the T side to be a little comfortable with, like, you know, okay, we can play
minimum
with this.
On T, I'd say 6 rounds. Absolute minimum.
Absolute minimum, 6 rounds. Okay, and
6 rounds.
They could tie things up here as Miraculous Hawks, they are in an eco. And just a few P250s coming on. A B push coming out here, and it's a Raisin all alone. Manages to tag down Angie, but he's going to go down. Sorry, manages to tag down Benkai, but he goes down, and it looks like it's going to be Insidious all the way here, as the last man left standing is Ain, who is going to get shut down by Splash K. So Splash K, he's been doing great work with that op, but I think the main man has been Benkai, who has been picking up frags left, right, and center.
Yeah, definitely the both of them. I know both of them are the main mans of the team. Like, they're the main carriers, from what I know about these two.
Alright, and for me it's pretty interesting. Like sometimes people ask me, man, you know, you just cast, you know, all the top teams like NXL or maybe MVP Gaming and Skyred. You know, why not take a look at other teams? And and it's true. Like, I personally love watching out different teams and then being surprised by them, because I honestly really didn't think much about Miraculous Hawks initially when, you know, I knew they were playing, but the fact that they beat LJP pretty, you know, in a very confident manner, in fact, and I'm like, you know what, this might be a team to actually watch out for. And meanwhile, Raisin picking up a frag on ZSL, I don't know how to pronounce that name, but Benkai replies back. Splash K gets another frag on the Raisin, and this is once again most probably go the way of Insidious, as they do know that one CD is an A, and they're guessing this right. The bomb's going B, and where it's wide open here, and MH, they should be just trying to go for some exits. And this is looking bad for Miraculous Hawks, if you ask me, on the CT side, and they're going to be trailing here as Insidious get the 5th round on the board, 5-4 already. And
taking the lead.
Taking the lead on T side, and that too after losing the knife round, losing the pistol round in a very horrible manner. I'd say didn't even get one frag at the pistol round, but ever since they've been able to buy up, they have been looking quite dominating here.
Yeah, Insidious looking in form today. I don't think it's going to be a very easy game for Miraculous Hawks. They've lost the lead. Momentum is with Insidious. Benka and Splashkey seem to be in form.
Splashkey hitting the shots. I haven't been watching Splashkey's POV, but I'm gonna switch over to this guy because he's been hitting some pretty nice shots. But now this round's gonna be essential for MH. It's gonna be a crucial round for them. They need to win this. They need to like string a few rounds together, build some economy, try and at least get those 10 rounds on board. And it's gonna be racing.
Yeah, it's like I said before. You know, when things aren't working, you can't always have that league passive setup. You have to try something new, especially in Mirage. You have to try K pushes, you have to try mid pushes. But as Splashkey goes down, like Joe. As I was saying, you see, you have to do something like what he just did right there. A 1-for-1 trade, it's really important.
And I think Splashkey was being a little careless, just jumping out there in mid with the op and holding a very wide angle. And it was, he gets punished by Raisin. But now, I'm sorry, by Zexo, I'm sorry. But fair trades here, and always in a 4v4 situation, it's always advantage terrorists, I feel. Because the CDs are going to be obviously split up. But ZXO gets a frag on the Benkai, the Danger Man. Both the Danger Men for ISL have been taken down. Ooh, but Dom and Zessel, the reply back with 2 quick frags, and it's now a 3v2 situation, advantage Insidious, and this is, like I said earlier, an absolutely crucial round for Miraculous Hawks to win. And the bomb is going to go down. And Insidious, they've got some great after plant positions already set up here, as Raisins has an op to play with, and that's a very tough, unless you're Kenny S or someone who can really use that gun, it's really tough to retake a site with the op, especially when they have such good after plant positions, and it looks like they're going to save it by the looks of it. MH going for the holding on to the guns, trying to pick a careless terrorist, but the money, looking at the money on Insidious, they look pretty well set here for the remainder of the half, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and 6 rounds already on the T side, it's like the bare minimum. As I said before, they must be feeling very comfortable right now.
And even the money, like 4 players on $10,000, and that is massive. That's massive for Insidious here. As Miraculous Hawks, though, what are they going to do? They're going to force it up. Fair enough, they do have 2 players. They have an op and M4, and they're just going to force it up with Famasis. And a few smokes here and there. 1 molly on Angie, but they really need to stop this rut here, as it feels like this round's kind of slipping away from them. And Angie, once again,
well, it looks like it's going to be an A play.
That does look like it's setting up for the smokes from standard A smokes coming out from Deja Vu and Splashkey. And here we go. The push is going to come in, and aim though is going to be the point man here. He gets 1. Even though he's blinded, managed to get 1. He's going to get a second, not yet, and I don't think they know where he is yet there, but now they do. Dom takes his head off. Angie spraying through the smoke, takes the head off Dom. So the man advantage. Zeal picking up a frag as well, and finally MH seem to be on the verge of finally winning 1 more round here. But Deja Vu still alive, takes on Zexo. A 3v2 situation here, and MH just hold their angle, just wait for the T's to make a play, because the bomb is down right in front of Angie, if I'm not mistaken, or is it? Yeah, it's dropped near stairs, connector stairs there, and Angie takes on Deja Vu, the last man left alive. That's gonna be Splashkey. We've seen him do some crazy stuff with the op, but can he do more? A 1v3 situation. There's 25 seconds remaining on the clock. Splashkey though. Peeks out, sprays, takes on Zeal. A 2v1 situation, but he's gonna get pincered from both ends as Raisin is gonna push in from T-spawn. Angie gets taken down.
Oh.
And a nice effort coming up from Splashkey, but that flank from Raisin.
Yeah, nice attempt.
But the flank from Raisin, and MH really needed that round, and they finally do manage to get it. But the money, once again, still not great, as you're gonna have a couple of Famasis coming out to play, and Insidious, though, they should be happily able to buy up for at least another round more, even if they lose this round. Lots of money being built up in the previous rounds that they won. And now Zeal, though, with the op. And he's not going to find any action. A Splash K is the opper here. And there's a man. That's Zeal gets taken down, though. The op getting taken out of the equation here. And oh, Zexo getting naded by Splash K. Already a man to the good here for ISG. And could Splash K do more? There's another man at in the ladder room. He's not going to show himself. He's going to play this passive. But it's all down to Ain here, who is holding A all by his lonesome with the 2 terrorists just lurking at the entrance. The bomb making its way from T-spawn all the way to A. And it is going to be an A play. And Raisin still in B side. They have absolutely no information as to what the T's are doing. The smoke comes in, but not a great smoke though, as Ain has every opportunity here to get at least a couple of frags. And Splash K takes on Raisin, Deja Vu takes out Angie. It's all on an Ain. He peeps out, he gets one. Is he going to get a second? No, as Dom takes him down, and that's going to be 7-5 here for Insidious. And this is looking really bad for Miraculous Hawks, as the money's in tatters.
Yep. Yeah, they were doing well in the start. Now they just seem to be throwing, and Insidious seem to be retaking and overtaking quite easily.
And that is exactly what it looks like. If you just look at the rounds here, Miraculous Hawk, they did win their first 3 rounds. Then after that, it's just been Insidious all the way. They just gave up 2 rounds in between there to MH, and those are pretty close as well. I think just 1 or 2 players remaining alive in MH, and that obviously hurt their economy. So MH now on a full eco, and aggressive mid push coming out, but Splash K and Zessel are going to shut it down there. And well, this is looking really bad for MH, but you can never count them out, if you ask me, Master, because like you said, you never know, their T-side might be phenomenally good as well.
Yeah, definitely.
With the B play coming
but
out.
As of now, it's not looking so good.
Indeed, and Deja Vu there, spraying away on a Zeal, somehow gets out of that duel, and it's gonna be another round for Insidious. 8-5. They are gonna be really comfortable with this lead they have, and the money on MH, it's still pretty bad here. We're already gonna force it up, and it looks like it. Raisin going for the FAMAS. Yep, they're gonna force it.
Yeah, one guy has, and now everybody does. Yep, it's a force buy coming in from MH. Really need this round. Well, they need to finish it 8-7.
But it's a very it looks like a slight miscommunication coming in, because I can see just 2 guys are bought up while the other 2 haven't gone for anything. But Zexo with the 5-7, he picks up 1. Ooh, the scoreless from Splash K, and he gets taken down.
Splash K gets taken down also.
And
this is suddenly turned into 3v4.
Make that a 3v3 as Benkai, who's been playing so well this game, equalizes things up. A 3v3, and it's going to be the B play. And luckily for MH, they got the man with the FAMAS, the Raisin, I'm sorry, lurking there. He takes on Deja Vu, and Raisin going for the fake flash, throws
fake flash.
And Zessel, though not falling for it, rips his head off. And it's going to be the bomb going down here in A. And it's all known on, if they push in the side, they could potentially take him down. But A just on 4 HP. And it's going to be Benkai. But is he going to be needed? I don't think so. Zessel just holding fort here. It's all going to be down in A, who just has 4 HP. And he's going to run away, hold on to his op, and try to do something with it on the last round of the half coming up here. As it's going to be 9-5 here for Insidious, and that's exactly the sort of score that MH would be hating. They've been hoping to get 9 rounds, not for the terrorist side to get it. And
yeah, at least.
Ain, is he going to get taken down here? Yes, he is, and heartbreak for MH is not even to hold on to that op. And that forced by the previous round is, I think it was only 2 people who bought up, so they should have a few guns right now. Yep, we do have an op coming out in Angie.
And one guy playing with a shotgun.
Razin with a Nova, and that is a pretty useful gun, especially if you
yeah,
know,
definitely with the weird angle.
With a weird angle, especially in places like apartments, in carpets or apartments in B. in like for example Inferno, or for that matter in Mirage here. And Raisin, though, the nade not gonna do any damage, and that's one thing I've always felt really annoying about Go. The nades are so broken. Like in 1.6, it was overpowered. Like you could damage someone through the wall, but here it's like you just need to have one small piece of wood right in front of you. The nade falls right there. You're not going to take any damage at all. And sometimes the HE grenades feel very bugged in situations where you think that you should have killed the person or done a lot more damage than you did. And while we're speaking of HE nades, it's all down to Ain here. The bomb is down, a 1v4 situation, and he's gonna pull off something truly magnificent if he needs to clutch this for his team. It taps away with Dom, takes him down, but Zessel replies back, and it is going to be 10-5 here for Insidious. So great first T side coming out from the Singaporeans, as the game is gonna lag out for me. I'm just gonna restart the game real quick here.
Yep, the usual.
As usual, yes, yeah. It's kind of weird. You never see this bug in other GoTV IPs.
So it only seems to be ESEA Asia. Seems to be blessed.
Hooray. But you know what? I'm not going to bitch about them, because ESEA coming into Southeast Asia has really like woken up the scene at least.
Yeah, definitely. No doubt that it has.
I'm just going to quickly connect here, as it's going to be the second half coming.
I also heard some rumors about FACEIT coming to Asia. I wouldn't
be surprised, because FACEIT has already launched a service in Oceania in Australia, if I'm not mistaken. So obviously the logical next step, the next step would be in Southeast Asia. It seems like I'm having some little issues here trying to connect to the server. Are you able to join in already?
Yeah, well, I'm already connected.
Alright, it's taking a while for me here, as I am not able to join it.
Well, nothing has happened yet. Still into the pistol. Just and an A setup coming in.
Alright, I'm just gonna restart my game real quickly here. Sorry about it, guys.
Coming out. Miraculous Hawks get down 1-2. Wow, but Deja Vu and Splash Key return back.
And it's
2v2 situation.
And is this a B side or the A side?
In the A side. 2v2 right now.
Alright.
Benkai and CHSL against Raisin and Angel.
Alright, you gotta keep running commentary, because I'm struggling to connect to the game here.
And as CHSL takes down one, and Benkai easily takes down the other. Boom, boom. Just like that, ISG win the pistol. 11-5 now.
Oh, that is pretty much like
heartbreaking round for Miraculous Hawks.
I'm not able to join, connect into the server. That's kind of weird. That's kind of really weird. We're trying. I'm just gonna. Oh god, this is so annoying. But
no worries. It's 11-5 right now. It's gonna be an eco for Miraculous Hawks. No force buy. It seems like it should be an easy round for ISG. So
I'm just gonna restart my. I'm just gonna restart my Steam. This always happens. Like GoTV, man, so bugged. I always feel there's something fundamentally wrong when 1.6 had much less of bugs when it comes to the game as such, and now CS:GO with so much money being put into it, so many more players and everything, and we still have these small little bugs which haven't really been fixed.
Because the updates constantly coming, so new bugs keep coming. That's the thing. 1.6 wasn't updated in 8 years.
In 8 years, yeah. And the thing was, some of those bugs became features in the game. And I'm just really sorry about it. Yep. Finally, we got the map loading. I just had to restart Steam. Sorry about a small little delay, guys. But 12-5. So Insidious winning the pistol round and winning the following anti-eco round as well. And here we go, though.
It looks like Miraculous Hawks are going to force buy. They're not going to take that second. Well, I think they didn't plant on the first round, so it's kind of a force buy.
And this is kind of a very risky buy, because they barely have anything to work with. And Splash with the op out already on the third round here, and MH, they just got one smoke to work with. What could they possibly do with this? but let's do bear in mind they do have superior firepower right now. 4 AKs against an assortment of weapons coming out from ISG. That's a 2-shot, a Nova, a Swag 7, a FAMAS, a P90, and an AWP. So we're seeing an SMG, 2 shotguns, a rifle, and the AWP coming out here. But Splashkey already opening things up with a frag onto Angie. Ain already down to half HP. And what are MH planning to do? It really doesn't seem like they have a plan as such. As Zed itself, he is gonna get spotted up. Flashes up. He's got a P90 there. And he's gonna get taken down by Zexo. So Zexo equalizes things here. And Benkai still in B side. Meanwhile, Dom taking down Ain, and a 3v4 situation. And here we go. Deja Vu pushes out with a Swag 7. Jumping shot, but not able. But Splashkey, man, this guy is so good today. He gets a quick double kill, and it's all down to Zexo. He gets Benkai, but he's down to 5 HP. And he's gonna get taken down by Splashkey. And that is pretty much
23 and 9.
wow. Splashy's like, okay, he already hit 23 frags, and if you ask me, I think this is pretty much the first nail in the coffin for MH.
Oh, definitely. It looks like MH is definitely GG. I don't see a comeback coming.
And if you do see a comeback coming, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be one hell of a game. But by the looks of it, they do look kind of lost, kind of really.
Yeah, nothing special. No strats really coming in. Just kind of walking together and trying to pick. In Mirage, you need the smokes, you need the flashes.
And this really doesn't seem like the sort of team who, honestly, like who managed to take down LJP, because LJP is such a strong team. They managed to take down not take down, but they managed to give teams like SkyRed a really big fight. And a team that beat them, losing in this fashion, it's kind of surprising. But MH though, while we're speaking about comebacks, and they almost had it in my opinion, but it's going to be a great retake coming out from ISG as Splashkey and Deja Vu wrap things up. 14-5.
Yeah, well, 14-5. And speaking of LJP, they are a team who don't even practice, who don't team practice. They play for fun. They were the top 1.6 players in Hong Kong.
Alright.
And they're surprising, beating a lot of teams like ESEA, like giving SkyRed close games, teams who train, teams who practice. It's really surprising the scene.
I really feel. I really feel when it comes to that, when it comes down to that, you see so many teams. Like, let's take a look at a team like Hellraisers, for example. Hellraisers, or for that matter, even Virtus Pro. Like, these aren't teams who are very well known for tactics per se. Like, they're not very known for like any fancy, crazy strats, but they just have this really good communication and timing. Teamwork, basically. And I think at the end of the day, that is perhaps the most important thing, like more than your aim. And aim is something which, of course, if you do have a history in 1.6, it's quite easy to adapt. Excuse me, sorry. It's quite easy to adapt over to a game like CSGO. And
yeah, but CSGO definitely requires a lot more teamwork than 1.6 ever did.
Indeed, but at the same time, if you have the communication, it's just about stepping it up and and adapting to the game. And I think at the end of the day, that is what. And that's exactly why I see, like you mentioned, LJP haven't really practiced to just play for fun. But the communication, especially when you've played 1.6 for a long time, and if you've been a team for a long time, the communication is something which you do already have amongst your teammates. And maybe
definitely team chemistry. It's very important. Like, I know a lot of these Asian teams, people have been together for 7-8 years. I mean, people haven't changed many lineups.
Indeed. And if it comes down to the maps, except for let's say a couple of new maps, like Cash wasn't there in 1.6. It was a source map, if I'm not mistaken, and even Season. But apart from that, most of the other maps are 1.6 maps. So how much do you have to change? To be honest, I mean, Dust Too Long is still going to be Dust Too Long. You just learn a few new flashes, a few new smokes, and as long as communication remains strong, the team synergy, so to speak, I think that's more than enough in my opinion. At least at the mid-level play that we have here. And meanwhile,
do or die now coming in from Miraculous Hawks. B-Rush comes in,
and he took the
Slaughter goes down.
Take the words right out of my mouth. It's a 2v3 3 situation, man, it is going to be GG. And a dominating performance coming out from Insidious there. That was a 16-5 scoreline.
I expected something a little closer from Miraculous Hawks also, but...
And